basically about right here. Well, here's the video. What's up, guys? It's Snow here, and I got an interesting video to tell you guys today. And it all starts with this one fucking kid. Okay? This is a story about how I was at the wrong place at the wrong time and got searched and suspended. Let's get into it. So, first thing, I was in my body conditioning class. You know, we weight lift and all this other shit. And this kid, okay, we're going to call him Gerald. Gerald comes up to me and asks if he can use my blue. Like, just the bottom part. Like, I take my pot out, he has his own. I say no, because we're already starting to get late for class. And, you know, my teacher kind of, he's kind of iffy on it. Like, sometimes he cares, sometimes he doesn't. It just depends. Well, he gets pissed and he just walks away. So, he comes back while I'm still changing. And he's like, hey, do you have a charger? I'm like, I might in my bag. I'll look later. It's like, okay. You know, we go to class. We're lifting weights and shit. Like, this was our max week or whatever. Anyways, we get done with that in the locker room again. And, you know, I'm changing and shit, you know, taking my time. Because we have like 10 minutes to change before we have to go to our next class. So, we got plenty of time. And this kid walks over. I tell him no again. He walks back. Then he comes back again. But before he does that, he stops and puts his blue in his sock. That's not a big deal, right? Wrong. This motherfucker put it in his sock in front of the PE office, which has 2 teachers in there, and one of them seen him. So the teacher comes out and asks him, he's like, hey, what'd you put in your sock? He's like, nothing. He's like, he sits down on the bench, like right by the lockers, and the teacher's like, hey, I see something in your sock. Take your socks off. He's like, nah, man. Teacher's like, why not? He says, I can't, man. Like, how the fuck? Like, that don't make sense. Like, you're making things worse for yourself because you're sounding even more sketchy than what you already do. And he's like, alright, well, we're going to go to the principal. He's like, nah, man, I'll walk myself. He's like, no, I'm going with you because if you have anything, I'm not going to let you ditch it. So, they go down there. And me and 2 of my other buddies were standing there, and we just started laughing because this motherfucker just got caught. And granted, I had my blue in my pocket, just standing there, and I was like, I see it sticking out, and, you know, I didn't think anything of it. Well, you know, I go to my next block, which is student media. 5th block, last block of the day, you know. About halfway through, I asked to go to the bathroom, so I can start ripping my fucking blue. And then I come back into class, teacher's like, hey, you got to pass. I was like, oh, shit. So I look at it makes me go to the attendance office immediately. I was like, oh great, now I'm gonna get in trouble for this shit. So I go down there and I see my other friend sitting in the chair in the attendance office as well. We make eye contact and we're like, dude, this kid fucking snitched. But I guess he didn't, from what I was told by the principals, but you know how they are. They're just saying since I was in the same area as he was when he got caught, I had to get searched as well. I go down there with the principal and he starts asking me like what happened and everything. So I told him the whole situation and everything, like it had happened. But so I tell him the whole story and everything, you know, like how he got caught and all this shit. And then he's like, do you vape? I'm like, yes. He's like, do you own one? I say yes. He's like, do you have it on you? I say yes. Because I didn't have time to take it out of my pocket and put it somewhere else. So I just had to own up to it. Because he's like, honesty goes a long way. So if you do have something, you'll probably get suspended for a day. But if you lie and we find it later, you get suspended for like a week or some shit. I was like, damn, that's a big jump. I mean, I personally wouldn't care. But, you know, I have econ right now and I kind of have to pass that. So he's like, alright, well, if you do have it, I'm going to need you to put it on the desk. I'm like, okay. So I unzip my jogger pocket, throw it on the desk, and he starts asking me all these weird questions about it and everything. And I just told him everything about it. He thought a jewel was $100. Like, no. Like, what the fuck? And he was asking me about, like, putting THC in it and shit. I was like, he's like, can you buy those, like, pre-filled? I'm like, I mean, you can, but somebody else had filled them, like not from a professional like business or whatever. He's like, oh, okay. And then he's like, all right, well, I need to go and search your locker too. I was like, okay. So he goes in there. He starts fucking like making fun of me and judging me because I got like water bottles in my locker. I got fucking unopened cans of pop in there. Like, he's like, so what do you do with this? I'm like, I drink them. Like, what the fuck do you expect me to be doing with fucking full cans of pop and fucking bottles of water? He's like, there's just water in these, right? I'm like, I'm thinking in my head, nah, there's fucking vodka in them. Like, come the fuck on, dude. But anyways, he kept going through my bag and he's like, you got a lot of stuff in your bag. I'm like, yeah, I'm an explorer and I like to be prepared for everything. And he just starts laughing. Like, you expect me to not be prepared if I'm an explorer? Like, the fuck? And he asked me, he's like, do you got any weapons in your bag? I'm like, there might be a knife in there, but I don't really know. He's like, okay, as long as it's not on you, I don't really care. I look at him, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what do you mean you don't care if there's a knife in my bag? He's like, as long as it's not on your person, I really don't care. Because it's a different story then. I was like, okay, cool. So he goes through my bag. He finds my blue charger. He finds my jewel charger. He finds the box that my pods came in. And he found the bottom of a mod. Like, you know, the box mods, how you can screw on the tank. There wasn't a tank in there. Just the box itself, like with the buttons and shit on it. And he took that. I tell him, I'm like, why are you taking that? Like, there's nothing in my bag that's associated with being able to use it while in school. So why are you confiscating it? He's like, well, because I'm not the actual principal, I'm the assistant, so I don't know what he's going to want to do with this, so I'm just going to take it. Like, he didn't say anything about my jewel charger. He's like, is this what you use to charge your blue? I'm like, no, my jewel. He's like, you got a jewel too? I was like, yeah. He's like, where's that? I'm like, at my house. He's like, oh, okay. He's like, man, you kids. I was like, the fuck do you expect? Like, the fuck? It just don't make no damn sense. And he tried taking my fucking blue charger, which is just a micro USB. I'm like, I seen you take my charger. Like, why'd you do that? He's like, I mean, it's associated with this stuff, right? I'm like, no, it's just like a normal phone charger. Like, it's an Android charger. He's like, oh, okay, you can have that back. But the thing that I didn't understand, why he took the cardboard box that my blue pods came in. Like, bitch, I had a fucking coupon in that bitch. I was going to enter that online. But no, you had to fucking take it. Like, and then I asked him, I was like, so what are you guys going to do with this? Because I'm 18, so, like, you really shouldn't be able to keep these. He's like, well, I'm not the principal again, so I don't know what he's going to do. Chances are he might give them back. And then, you know, he goes and talks to him about it, and then I go into his office so he can, like, call my parents. Because by law, they have to call your parents if you get suspended from school. And I asked him, I was like, so did you talk to him? Like, what's he going to do with them? He's like, oh, I mean, you can try and plead your case with him by going and talking to him, but for now, he's just going to keep them. Like, you're never going to get them back. I look at him, I'm like, that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I am 18. He's like, well, maybe you can talk him into giving them back once you fucking walk across the stage, which get your diploma and shit. I'm thinking, boy. But I just decided to make this video since it's the day that I'm suspended. Like, I'm stuck at home today, not doing shit. But, oh, another thing, I'm not in trouble. My parents didn't care, because it really wasn't my fault. Like, they thought when they got, like, the call from the principal that I got caught vaping in the bathroom. But no, I got caught because that kid got caught near me, having me then to be searched. Complete bullshit. But, I mean, shit. I'll keep you updated if I decide to keep doing these videos and shit. But, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I mean, I had some extinction in the background. That's what we call it, a group. Shout out to you fuckers that used to play it with me. I'll be uploading some Cuphead Rage Tages here soon, if I get back into playing that, because I fucking hate Cuphead. It makes me rage like a motherfucker. So if you guys want to see that, let me know. Fucking drop a comment, drop a like, message me on Snapchat or some shit, follow me on Instagram. I'll plug everything in the description. I also make music. If I go through and play music in the background, that is music that I have made, and I will drop that in the description as well. To all you vapors that came through to watch this video, wondering how I got fucking caught vaping, well, with a vape, whatever, fucking be careful out there. Because I've almost gotten caught multiple times from a fucking teacher that decides to go and take a piss in the student bathroom, but yet right beside it is a faculty bathroom for the fucking teachers. I don't understand it. So, like, if you want me to tell you all those stories, just let me know. I'll tell any fucking story that can come across my mind. I really don't care. Anyways, guys, this has been Snow, or SNX, whatever the fuck you want to call me. And I am out.